first building block in the garden. And if you look up towards the village there, you'll see Willie's left his shop and he's actually coming down to do his job. So he'll make his way down to the building shed there. So here he is, Willie. He's got a big hammer for a head. Just building, of course. Now he's going to go off and do his thing. As you can see, it says that's going to take about 20 seconds for him to build that house, so we'll let him get in there and do that. And throughout the game, there's other helpers that will unlock, so you can have a water sprinkling. And so what she does is waters your flowers and your trees for you. You can have a weedling that comes in and pulls up weeds. So, you know, you do get some help if you need it, but obviously that costs chocolate coins, so that's another reason why you'd want to collect his stuff. So he's finished now. And what that alert just told me was, now he's finished, I need to go in there, I need to actually smash his house block to reveal the house inside. So I select the shovel, and like I say, if you see the cursor again, the cursor expands to fit around the object. Give it a smash. There's our worm house. So now we've provided the worms with a roof over their head. What we've done is we've fulfilled all their romance requirements. So they've become resident, and now they're happy enough. You know, we can start our first pinata family. So there's Bob there. He's just kind of hanging around on his own. So what we'll do is we'll select Bob, and now he's selected. You'll see the cursor split into two. So Bob's still selected, and I can push the cursor over the other worm here. If I press A, and now basically Bob's going to come and find worm 2, who we've not named yet. Where is he? Here he comes. Now they've met, and they've come together for the first time. So they're going to, you know, it's the first time they've met, so they may be a little coy. Okay, so we go to the second part of the romancing, which is the romance mini-game. These get progressively harder through the game. It's just to give the player, you know, a little bit more incentive and a bit more reward from when they actually want to romance their pinata. So, like I say, this is the first one, so it's pretty simple. I'll just drive the worm up there to the other worm. Just simple with one analog stick. Now they've met. They're going to make their way into their worm house. So let's watch, see what happens here. So you can see the hearts over their heads now. They're up for a bit of romance. And they're going to disappear off into their house. I want to show you this. So we're going to load now into the romance dance. Each pinata in the game, there's over 60 different pinata. Each one has its own musical theme. Now, what you'll see here is the worms romancing. You can't hear it, but there's like a hip-hop sort of theme on that, and they're dancing. And this is how you expand your pinata families. So now they've done that, the camera will come back out, and we've introduced a new helper, Storkos. And what she does is deliver pinata eggs. So of course pinatas are hatched out of eggs, obviously. So she'll fly down from a lofty position up in high in the mountains. There she is up there, she's coming on down. Okay. And she's about to drop the egg, so she's just giving you her introduction. So she calls herself Storkos, People's Champion. She thinks she's a superhero, so you'll hear the voices when, you know, in the final game. She's very sort of gutsy, boisterous woman. Okay, so now the family, the two pinata parents have come out, and they'll come and sit next to the egg there, and they'll watch that egg. They'll hang around that area until that egg hatches, and we see our first baby pinata. I think we're about to have our first new arrival to the pinata family. Pop. And there we go. So now, if you look there, we've got our first little worm pinata, little baby. So they're quite happy about that, the parents are. So I mean, that's basically it for the start of the tutorial, and from there on in, you know, the game pans out, and it's really up to you what route you take through the game. Like I say, there's over 60 different pinatas in the game. To get to the end, you may only see a third of them. It all depends what you do to the garden. You might want to build a big lake, and obviously you'll start attracting quackberries that are our ducks and that sort of thing. So it's up to you really. It all depends what you do with the garden.